them to come out of their trauma, to come out of their disappointment. It is still our duty. Without sometimes even indicating, say, no, this, you don't need this and this and that. Once we do that, we are going to lose the flock. For me, what I know is the prayer has no boundaries. Prayer can heal even the biological condition. Prayer can even heal. But our emphasis should be send people also to the hospital. There are people after all who have come to give testimonies. After praying for them and you tell them your condition, you have depression and whatever, they go and whatever, they come, I'm healed. And actually the healing happened that day when you laid hands on me. So if it is working with the people, for me, let us give them. These things are real. One of the current requests that I'm dealing with, there's a school, a Catholic school, that is haunted. There's a class that is haunted. Children are learning in class, feces are dropping from the roof. So when that thing was happening, they were saying, no, there's a tree that is there, so we need to cut that tree. I think there are creatures that are there that are defecating in the class and whatever. But there's a ceiling. So they cut down that tree, but that still continues. That case is current. I will not mention the school. I was called, Father, come and see. I went there, I even saw the droppings. I did the first exorcism. 4 days later, Father, it has come back. One day we had to arrange a session of prayers with the charismatics. We came on a Saturday. We prayed and we prayed and prayed. At least up to now, we have not yet heard anything. I'm hoping that God has answered our prayer. But that is real, a haunted classroom. They even abandoned that class. The children that were learning in that class were taken in a hall. Now, are you sure you can reduce all that to drama, Mwawantu? To drama. I came all the way from my parish where I am to come and attend to that. Can you still reduce that to drama? That a haunted class. And sometimes when children are in class, the feces are even dropping on their uniforms. The parents did not take kind with a church. I'm sure the Archbishop is aware of that case. So these things really are very, very real. For me, if there's someone who is denying such things, you need also to be balanced. No, you need also to be balanced, because you don't just take things one-way track. For me, holistic approach is what is going to help us.
The Archbishop would love to say something. And Bishop Clement, you can see his hand. Bishop Clement.
Good morning, everybody. I think the issue that we have been discussing is very, very important, and it's the issue that touches all of us, even in the conference. 2 years ago, the process started, and I think this year, quite a bit of work has been done to gather materials under the National Pastoral Coordinator's Office, with a view to having a training for the exorcists. We know that each and every diocese is supposed to have at least one exorcist, as Peru. That's what it says. It's just my prayer that maybe in the coming year, we can try to mobilize in terms of resources and then to conduct the necessary training for our exorcists coming from the diocese. Doing the training locally is economical, and a number of people, a number of priests may have the chance to go or to undergo training. Of course, we know in Rome it is done. Elsewhere it is done as well. But where we are, maybe this will be our first attempt to ensure that training is done. For sure, training is cardinal. It is necessary. And we would like as many people as possible to undergo training. Thank you.
I think that deserves a clap. Please, let's clap for that point.
Monga la inenande point. I want to appreciate what our father has been talking about. This is real life. For those of us who are academicians, we are all academicians. I'm an academician as well. But I also understand the pastoral challenges that we face. I used to be a seminarian as well as a deacon, and through my training as seminarian and deacon priest, I've been involved with the charismatic renewal movement and the life of exorcism vis-a-vis deliverance and the like. All the way from Ndola, Solwezi, back to Ndola, later here in Lusaka. And what perhaps your father has been talking about is real life. For those of us who think that this is purely academic, we might be missing the point. And that's why wherever I go, I do appoint somebody to help our brothers and sisters in the area of exorcism. For example, the current issue that he spoke about at the very end, this is what is already happening. And it's not very far from here. It's one of our elite schools, and this is where droppings or feces drop from the ceiling. Yeah. So it's real. It's not imagined, it's real. And we are working on that so that the school might be exorcised, may be cleansed, may be delivered from all this kind of haunting. And imagine what we have tried now to do is to isolate, because the whole class, we shifted them to another place, again to another place, but you still see that a cluster of young children, the same cluster, that's where these feces drop. Now we want to isolate and discover who exactly is being haunted. It's real.
So thank you so much. I think we end our discussion here, but on a note where I want to indicate to my excellencies that actually you'll be surprised that in my office of exorcism here in Lusaka, I've attended to parishioners from all the dioceses in Zambia. They travel all the way coming to Lusaka. All the dioceses, there's no diocese that can be spared. They have been coming here. So that's why for me, I still emphasize all the dioceses, if we can do that, it will be helpful. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you very much, Father Monga. Now we are going to break off for a cup of tea, and we shall be back at 11 o'clock exactly to come and reflect on the contemporary challenges of family life. Glory be to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. 11 o'clock.
The National Catholic Forum still continues, and today is day 2 where we've seen Father Monga giving a section on exorcism and talking about the ministry of healing and deliverance. Of course, a lot of questions were raised from people concerning the ministry of healing and deliverance from different people. This forum continues as for now they have gone on break. Continue to watch Lume. Right up and now, we've just been joined by Father Chuya. Father, good morning.
Good morning, thank you.
Yes, Father, the session that just ended, Father Monga touched the area of exorcism and the ministry of healing and deliverance. Just to help us shed more light concerning the exorcism and especially the area that he touched, people in parishes doing the healing and deliverance. What do you have to say about that?
Well, it was a good presentation, first of all. And Father Monga tried to help us to understand and appreciate the reality of witchcraft and Satanism. Because this is a pastoral reality. This is what people are going through in our homes, in our families. And dwelling on what people are going through, it becomes now a pastoral challenge, but also an opportunity for the church. He tried to help us understand what is needed to be done, having accepted that witchcraft is a reality, that Satanism is a reality, because this is what people are experiencing. And what has the church got to do in order to respond to that challenge, in order to respond to these challenges and the pastoral situations? And that's how he started talking about exorcism and the need for deliverance and healing. But he also belabored to help us understand that we need to appreciate and differentiate between mental health, psychological problems, and these spiritual matters of Satanism and witchcraft. Because there are cases that truly require prayers, deliverance, and exorcism. Those are attacks, spiritual attacks, possession by the devil. But there are also other social, psychological problems that require counseling and also being referred to hospitals in order to be helped by the professionals from there. These two realities are there. What are to inform and empower? How are we going to get informed? We get informed through ongoing information and seminars and so on, in order that people get informed and know what to do at certain intervals, and also to avoid abuses. Abuses have always been there, especially in matters of deliverance and exorcism. You also mentioned on especially the abuses that are there sometimes in the charismatic renewal movement.
The healing and deliverance.
Yes, in terms of healing and deliverance, where you begin to view yourself as self-empowered, not knowing that that gift is given to you by God to be exercised within the church and in the parameters of the rules of the church. Indeed, it was a good presentation. For me, it has helped the gathering to see the need and the importance of the church getting involved in order to respond to what people are going through. Because such things are affecting families, are affecting everyone, the way we relate, the way our worldview. But we still have a lot to do to put structures in place of exorcism, but those structures have to be informed. I think that is